Hello, welcome back to TTR Man 2, Ride on the Edge Harder, as we're looking to do a double here. So we go, there's the sound. Okay, so last time out on Tuesday, we won the Superbike TT with 103 minutes. Now, last season, in the Senior TT on our debut on the BMW, we actually went 4 seconds quicker than that time, and we finished 7th. The winning time was 101 minutes, 20 seconds roughly. So we've got some work to do if we're going to win the Senior TT. So, I can't ramble more, can I? Well, we just have to get into it. So we've got 50 perk points. Unfortunately, can't really use anything from Influence because they'll cost way too much. But I'm going to try and use all of the perk points though, because it is our last race of the season. So we've got the respawn time, which might be handy. We've got tyre wear as well, which can be reduced. We've got the pit stop times being quicker. We've got ballast, tyres being slightly warm before the start. And then the Norton wasn't too bad, was it, in the Superbike TT? So we'll definitely use maybe respawn time reduced by 0.2 seconds because we might crash. Very slightly crash maybe. And yeah, nothing else I can actually use, annoyingly. So here's our lovely shiny Norton. Now it's got the same settings from last time in it, it's like as well. Wonderful, okay. So I wanted to make the gear ratio slightly shorter still. Give us even more top speed. Actually, I might just reduce it by 1. And suspension, I think we keep the suspension the same because it felt really nice on the 5th lap. Of course, in the middle split sector as well, like that's 3 and 4 where we really won the Superbike TT. So yeah, brakes are alright. Didn't really suffer from stoppies. So here we go. You don't like the Norton? It is a tough bike to get over. Like, it's very rough. It's not maneuverable, really. Yeah, it is a bit like a bike on 2 wheels, but I found it fun. It's probably not as quick as the BMW or maybe even the Kawasaki. Even though I wasn't a fan of the Kawasaki Super Sport bike. But yeah, BMW definitely to be quick. As you've got the Suter in here, we've got the Kawasaki of Dean Harrison. Cameron Donald's Honda as well. Kevin Graham Kawasaki, the championship rival from the Irish Championship. Just Smith on the Kawasaki. So we've got, what is that? 3 Hondas, 3 Kawasaki's, a couple of BMWs, a Suter and a Norton. We didn't beat our personal record as well, 16 minutes 43.7 from last season in the Senior TT, I think it was, on the Superbike as well. Why does it say Superbike TT at the top? I swear we select Senior TT. Anyway, 6 laps, so first 2 laps, around 34, 35 minutes, so that's when I'll talk again at the pit stops. That's when I'll see you again, chat. So, enough rambling. Let's get going, shall we? So remember, an hour 41. Sorry, is the target time for us. As we get going. Yeah, Kawasaki's they were quite underpowered at Super Sport level as well. Like, Honda's actually really good at Superbike level, but at Super Sport level is ridiculously underpowered. There's into Quarter Bridge for the first time. Concentrating hard on this opening up. Because remember, we don't have greatly reduced tyre wear, so I'd be interested to see what the second laps of these stints are like. See how much the bike is hurting. Well, it definitely isn't hurting at the moment. That's a cracking first kind of split. Under the minute 30 mark, that's always good. Almost 4 seconds up as well. So we'll go through Glen Vine flat out. The old Norton. Oh, a bit of a delay turning into the left-hander. That was not good. Quite a lot of lift there. Looking towards the crossroads. Oh no, the bike slightly turned in the air there. Got away with it. Let's gradually get off the power. Gradually touch the pavement as well. That is always a good idea. To get away with that. But under 2:30 for the first split as well. Decent start. This time avoided the bridge. Hoping that we're already doing much better than we did in the Superbike TT. 6.5 seconds to gap. Ooh, thought it hit the pavement there. Heading slightly earlier, but that's the thing about the Norton, it is big and heavy a bit with the engine it's got. So you can't compensate as well as like a BMW or Honda. Just slightly more nimble. A bit wide there. Be careful through this section. Nicely done. I know what we did in the Superbike TT. Remember, we always used to chase so much speed through there. It's 8 seconds to gap now. Which is definitely not the right tactic to do. Glen Helen. Blowing blue defeat. Picking up where we left off. The Superbike team. Well, not exactly where we picked on the Superbike team because we had an abysmal final lap, but the flow and pace we've got at the moment, looking very good. Seems like we lose like 10 seconds from going from the standing start compared to the second lap where, you know, we're doing it at speed. Well, normally you can feel the bumps there on the opening lap, not really on this occasion. 9.2 seconds to gap. It's a horrible corner. Oh no, the pavement we can't see again. Taking us, just like you did on the final lap. The Superbike TT. Remember, we've got to do the McGuinness rule through there as well, like 3 to 6 inches off the pavement. Everywhere, as you crash again. 4 crashes in total. I've already had 2, mate. Well done, Nick, at your comment. We always aim for like under 5 crashes per lap because I understand my limitations, like, so we can keep it under 5 per lap, under 30 in total for a TT. That's pretty good going. And we haven't had the golden lap yet, the dream of a crash-free lap, unfortunately. In the TT, that's something maybe achieved this occasion. As you can see, we're pretty comfortable with the Norton. It's just getting too close to the pavement on those occasions. Like through here, I feel like you're losing lots of time on the Norton compared to the BMW, where you can be much more aggressive, where that nimbleness really comes in. But for the Norton, you're kind of half throttling it for the most part. Bit wide there. Still not bad time-wise though. Towards the bridge for the first time. We're still leading as well, 2 seconds up despite a couple of falls. Not bad at all. We always know this first stint's a bit of a dogfight. We're going to be leading or not. It's all a bit wide. Oh no! Gone to power slightly too early there. I thought the front wheel was down, fortunately not. So yeah, this section caused us lots of trouble in Superbike TT because of the shadows. Incredibly slow through that section, but we made it through. So yeah, I always got to remember that jump. I always forget it now for some reason on the Norton. Maybe because it's not as much of a factor. It feels like some of these jumps. But the thing with the weight, sometimes if you lift early enough, you don't really see it. It's just like a minor bump. God, engine braking is major on this bike. Another thing why I really like this bike, like braking's normally something I'm really poor at, but this bike seems damn good on the bike. It's like much better than the BMW. Well, the old BMW that we rode last year, like the 2019 BMW seems pretty good on the brakes. But then it doesn't have the top speed, which is pretty vital around it. It's all 5 seconds back after that fall. In the section where we're not that good either. So you can probably hear the throttle. It's not nowhere near 100% through here. Didn't turn in too early. Definitely flows well though through here on this occasion. Like compared to us previously through that section on any other bike. So the Norton is 10,000 times better through there, strangely. Maybe because we finally know that section now. Like we know what we can do through there. Which we really did not know. Even on the Super Sport bike, we didn't really know how quick we can go through there. It's all a bit wide. It's around the halfway mark now. So hello to all the people. Oh, that was not good braking. Just as I was good at braking, that was not good. Well, that engine braking took us away from the apex there. faintly hear a bike behind us, that is not a good sign. 5.5 seconds, okay? Or just under 6 seconds, should I say? Oh, again, that bump. Through Tower Bends. It skids the front there. Well, the front's never really on the ground, surprisingly. Feels like. This is our best TT start ever, by the way. Like, I know we've had 3 crashes, but normally have been overtaken by now by the rider behind. We've only faintly heard them once so far. Go through Joey's. I know we can go so much quicker through there, but we still have not found the limit through that corner. I hate how late he pokes his head out, look. But some of the times when I'm riding, I'm anticipating that, oh, he's going to poke his head out, and then I can adjust my line accordingly, but like that, instantly. See, that surprised me then. But sometimes just waits a while for some reason. Even when I'm not tucked in and I'm leaning back. He'll go flat out. It's so early. I made it through. Oh, braked on the bumps there. There's it on the throttle. That's something we learned from the senior TT, where we went on the throttle too much on the final lap. Just clipped the grass. This time, a bit gentler. I love how quick this lap kind of feels like it goes now. As all, we're back up to a second ahead. So we love this section now. Remember when we did this on the Super Sport bike, even on the BMW, my first time round here, until the Iron Man 2 came out, like it felt like it took forever. Like it took an hour instead of, was it 20 minutes or something? No landmines on this occasion. Oh, lifted way too much there. Like I want a side lift. Just so I can rotate the Norton a bit, but that was way too much. Same through there. Clip the bank on the outside, lucky to get away with that. Go through Jukes, that was very poor. That's our first time. It's extremely good to this point. We're up. It was always good. 2.5 seconds. Now, I don't know what happened in the Superbike TT, but I think it was Jessup who ran into major issues in the middle stint of the race, like in laps 3 and 4. Because we were, what, 30 seconds down at the first pit stops, and we somehow turned it around to being ahead. Was it just after the first split? I think it was. Not actually like section 1, but like section 1 to 3. So we'll see if that happens in the senior TT. Probably shouldn't. I said the winning time was 101 minutes last season, so get the feeling they make a bit less mistakes. And the Diamond Crown here for the Isle of Man TT. 7 seconds a gap. Oh, Hillbilly's so much fun on a Superbike. It's like by the time you brake, you're accelerating again. Okay, don't overcorrect through here. That's it, ride the bumps. That's how we always crash through that section. If you notice every crash I've ever done through that corner, it's from overcorrecting and tightening the apex up way too much. Just got to ride the bumps through that. It's almost the end of the first lap. Just 5 more to go. Be over before you know it. Let's go over the bridge. Now we always know we have the advantage over the bridge because for some reason our opponents just don't know how to take it. Been an issue since launch for some reason. Kids and I've never noticed to do it. This might be our fastest lap ever actually. It is 16:42. Already done our fastest lap ever then round the circuit. Oh my god, front end. That's not very boat-like, is it? And for comparison, I think that's 35 seconds quicker than we did in the Supersport TT. So we're right on it from the beginning here on the Norton. So my goal is to get under 16:30 that time. I'm not sure the Norton actually has that pace. As I said, we lose like 10 seconds, I believe, on the opening up from being at a standstill start compared to a running start. So even they're aiming for 16:33 at that time. As I was pushing quite hard in that opening lap, and I had 3 crashes. Man, under 1 minute 20. I was in the gear ratio change might be helping us around it. I probably should have done it a bit more now. Probably should have kept it at that longer mark. Round here, you probably run it all the way to the left, wouldn't you? That's better through there. Still gonna throttle slightly early, so I had to lift off again. We'll go nicely over the jump. But really be gradual lifting off the throttle through it. Once again, ride through the right. It's my tradition through there for some reason. I can never hook that right hander up. 222. Absolutely nailing it this lap. Look at that. We took even the bridge corner properly. Get it nice out wide on the exit. Oh, easy flat through the Hawthorn. The slightest of lift through Grossley as well. First time using some rear brake there. The extreme engine braking. Well, you can see, didn't need to. Actually, might have braked a bit early there. Oh god, slightly off the line. Got away with it. As long as we get away with it, that's the target. Got to embrace the bank on the left there, because there's natural flow into that kind of right and in tight left. So even though we feel nervous going that wide, it's actually a better line through that. Look at that, we're thinking about lines and going quick already. 20 seconds to gap. Norton's on a mission today. Going to power slightly early there. Get back on the brakes. Zoom past Sarah's cottage. Oh, that's It's too wide for that felt. Go onto the back straight. We can't clear for this straight. I don't know why I keep saying that with an accent. I apologise. 4:30. The best split I saw in the Superbike TT to that point was, I think, 15 seconds slower than that. That shows you how much we're motoring along here. Senior TT. It's the big one. We've got to be motoring. Let's say we've got to be like 2 seconds quicker. Or 2 minutes quicker, sorry. Even have a chance of winning. There we go. Nicely through there. And now our favourite left-hander from out. Don't really actually feel the dip there, or the bumps actually, surprisingly, on the Norton. Would have thought it. I was a bit cautious through Westwood. I want to get that phone a bit better in the middle stint. Bit wide. Just like to have the brakes before that little jump there. Probably should do it over that jump as well. And see how the bike goes from side to side when landing. But it's still standing. There you go, we got the flow down. 6:45. Now in practice up to that session during the season, you're aiming for 7 minutes to be at the top, so damn, 15 seconds quicker than that. We're going way too well. So remember, there's a jump after this corner. Let's see if we can actually remember it for once. There we go. So he's not so bad if you actually remember where it is. Almost a half-minute lead. We're on lap 2. We're a third of the way through that 2 and we've got a half-minute lead. Not behind, lead. Definitely an uncharted territory. Normally a half-minute behind. We were in the Superbike TT. Oh my god, into the warp zone. Slight dabbing off the rear brake again. Because I'm always worried about running wide here. Very easy corner to... not so much out-brake yourself, but just not feel comfortable on the brakes through there. It's definitely one of the corners like on the Superbike compared to the Superbike, which was a bit of a step up maybe. Oh, we've got some bumps and we can go flat out a bit. We've got, it gets a bit tighter. So we remember this now off by heart. Gets tighter and tighter until we get the left-hander. Oh no! Clipped it. I forgot this bike's got a big booty and everything. Oh damn it. The one corner where you do not want to turn in early. We did it. That is so annoying. There goes the dream. The faultless lap again. Just gonna have to wait till the second stint now. So that's your 4 crashes in total. No more crashes for the rest of the race now, I don't think I'm allowed, am I? Oh, so this is another corner where on the brakes compared to the Super Sport bike. Remember, it was all over the place in the BMW, I think. Was it the BMW at first? I think it was. Oh, there we go. That's aggression through that corner. That's what we like to see. Bike loved it. Wide it would understeer ride that. Just like that when we got on the power. We're going to Ramsey hairpin. Oh my god, rear. Keep it together. Couple tower bends. There we go, that's alright. Once again, embracing the bumps through there. Now the gooseneck. Just itching to get on the power. Gap down to 26 seconds. We're now into one of our favourite sections though. So let the increase begin again. That's better through Joey's. At least we actually got the line kind of right for once. Still maybe not there pace wise, but we'll take getting the line right for once. Still got 4 laps to improve with it. Flat out again. That was not good through there. Very wide through the right. Next right, we got a good line through though. Oh. There's a 5th one. That's just a bump where the Norton crashes on. I don't know how I avoided it in the Superbike TT, but yeah, there's a certain line for that corner. If you take it too tight like we did there, it just takes the Norton down. God damn, we've got to get back up to 32 seconds. Ooh, we're lucky there. Went over another landmine bump there. Oh, I had to use a touch of rear brake there because we slid the bike in. It's quick, but we're not used to doing it on the old Norton. Under 14 minutes at this point. I don't think I've ever done that. My god, we are flying. And that's with 2 crashes this lap. beautiful through Keppel Gate. Whilst Kate's Cottage slightly wide. Gap back down to 26.7 seconds. So a crash is costing us around 5 to 6 seconds at the moment. Under 15 minutes at this point. Normally it's around 15:15. So all over the bumps, slight lift. I have to get it down to 5th. I have to use a bit of the engine braking just to get the bike round there. Should remember to change up to 6th for me afterwards though. We'll go nicely through Hillberry. Again, ride the bumps. Almost overcorrected. Gap back up to 32 seconds. Let's go through the nook. I remember for some reason I lost my braking point into the nook in the Superbike TT. I have no idea how. I was braking like I was a rally car for some reason through there. It's first pit stop, first break sponsored by Coke Zero. Oh my god, we did it in around 33 minutes. Freaking hell. It's amazing. So if you didn't watch the Superbike TT, I always use my left hand at the brakes because I get to grip the controller slightly tighter with my left hand than right. And we've got to rehydrate as well. But man, what a first one. Didn't think it would go that well. Was it 3 crashes, 2 crashes? 1 crash, 0 crash maybe in the next stint? Hope you're all enjoying it though. As the gap is almost 40 seconds. Frickin' hell. Oh, what? Hang on. It's not letting me control it. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, accidentally clicked off. False start. We're just giving our opponents, you know, a chance. We're being very nice. So here we go then. Once more into the breach. Main thing about Quarterbridge, getting that straight line into the braking point. So you can nail it like that. Thanks to Nonny Music for in the crash counter. I hope I won't need you much in this stint. So just being a bit cautious here. We're back out. Let's get back into that rhythm. Remember, first lap we can go flat over that. Second lap kind of can't, I don't think. Bit wide on turning. And we're half throttle until over that bump. Now we can go flat out again. There we go. There's a slight bump. I've never discovered that through the left hand until now. Norton feeling out all the bumps. gap down to 30 seconds as we cost ourselves probably 10 seconds. Or at least 5 seconds really. We're getting started there. As long as that's the only mistake this stint, then you never know, it could be like the Superbike TT where we put away a bit. Oh, hello, that's a bit wide. See, I didn't change down to 4th in the first part of that little section. Then it just threw me a bit. Okay, too much speed there. Just down to 3rd, will that do? Yeah. There we go, gap over 30 seconds again. Did not let that rear slip over the bump. Just instantly like turn the bike. So all these little things that really don't come across, maybe. How we're trying to ride bumps and avoid certain lines. When you see me all over the place, probably line rise lap after that, but there's a reason for it in some places. Oh god, turned in way too early. That is my... I didn't carry enough speed. God damn it. So the gap's going to go back down under 30 seconds again, isn't it? Oh, again on a bump there. Just turn the whole rear. With the mega early there. For the 11th milestone. Oh my god. See that we tried to rotate it a bit in the middle of the corner. The bike was not having that at all. The Knight did not like swinging from side to side. Got the line slightly wrong there. Got to be extra cautious. McGuinness is incredibly cautious through that. We'll get down to 28 seconds. Through Bargaro. There we go, that's nice through there. Oh my god, it's not liking the bumps afterwards though. Shifting the bike one way and the next. Oh, it's too wide. God's sake. Got sucked into the frickin' edge. I Homer Simpsoned again. I was saying I did that in the Superbike TT as well. Not at that point, but into a hedge. Oh, it's not liking the brakes. Don't turn on me, Norton. Gap back up to around 30 seconds. Right, it's about to go back down again. Oh my god, it's not even turning for the left. Not been a good stint so far. Bit all over the place this has been. So we found a nice rhythm before the pit stop. Now we're just struggling to get back into it. That was nice for Alpine Cottage, though. Oh god, really went in hot there. Got away with it. Remember, jump after this left-hander. There we go. Oh no, get down to 24 seconds, that's not good. Want to be building it towards 40, not be losing a chunk of time. Here we go into the warp zone. There are changeable conditions, aren't there, in the senior T2? I'm not really feeling it though. Oh, it's just as bright and sunny as the Superbike. Oh my god, did not like the engine brake. Okay, let's not be so harsh with the engine braking, shall we? I'm going to destroy this thing before the next pit stop. There's a little bumps over that bridge. Careful. Bump there as well, where you're actually airborne for a tiny bit. Oh no. Took it comfortably flat. Should have lifted. See those little bumps which catch you out. There we go, remember to turn in late this occasion. Oh, we're increasing the gap again. That's the pattern of this lap, isn't it? We're increasing the gap, then we're making a stupid mistake. Off the pavement. Schoolhouse corner. Oh, I did it again with the engine brake. For God's sake, got to stop doing that. Go braking slightly earlier through that corner. Got to take out I did on the second lap though. The bike really loved that. Oh, we got away with that one as well. That was so lucky. For this third lap, we've crashed 3 times, but it probably should be double figures. The amount of times we're getting away with stuff. Yeah, and bike does not like waterworks for some reason. I wonder if we've overheated the tyres slightly with all these running wide, crashes. The bike's just not liking it at the moment. Gap under 20 seconds. Closest it's been since the middle of the first lap. That was better through Joey's. Getting slightly more confident through there every lap. Go through Mountain Mile. I wonder if we have damaged the bike though. Or just done something to it, as I said, maybe to the tyres. It's just not working as well on this lap. And to fly through that section though, pretty well. Oh, it's making noises already. We didn't have that until the 4th lap in Superbike TT. But that Purdy this time. Oh, clip the grass there as well. Oh, we're clinging. There we go, slightly wider line there, avoided that bump in the middle. The good thing is it's such a long race, we're not even halfway through it. And we can still disappear into the undergrowth. Ah, we got the gap back up to 23.5 seconds. And then we made another stupid mistake this lap. Well, this is our worst lap crash rise. It seems to be going up rather than down, unfortunately. Oh, the bike like the rotation there. That was a surprise. Oh my god. Okay, there's nothing I could do with that one. I just hit a bump and flew that bike. So yeah, shocking that this is. This section we're good at though. So we can regain some confidence. Bike, what are you doing? It actually has gone a bit darker, hasn't it, overhead? Maybe tyre temps are cool. Well, the track's just cooler in general. Not suiting the old Norton. Likes it hot. So it's good to see that dynamic rudder come into play. We're at least 30 seconds down, like where we should be. Got down to 16 seconds. There we go, that's nicely through there. Not so much ride the bumps there, just flew over them. There we go, we're up to the halfway mark, so pretty awful that, at least for this race's standards. 17:57, Jesus. Oh my god, what the hell? We had actually lifted there as well. Yeah, we've got to be a bit more cautious, I think. From now on. even more cautious than we normally are on the Norton. Oh, we've got to get to 22.6 again at the line. So we're up to double figures, unfortunately, crashes wise. But that last lap alone, we had many crashes as we did in the first 2 laps. But let's concentrate on making that our only crash this lap. That's better. That's much better. Minute 25 of a crash, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice through Glenvine as well. Barely lived through that corner. We'll try and not look at the gap so much this lap. I don't know what took us down as well, looking at that gap going up and down all the time. Never good for the old mental ability in a race. You're just concentrating on gaps. You always can have one eye on that, and you're just not concentrating enough really on the road if you're going to be just looking at the gap. We go under 230. It's pretty decent first split. We go over the bridge. I love that the Hawthorn is flat. So good. Got in slightly early there, but we still carried the speed for the corner. As you can probably hear, we're like short shifting a bit as well, just for that kind of extra traction. Also, just because of this Norton as well, the big engine, you are in higher gears just to try take advantage of that power. It's got so much freaking torque, you can do that. So honestly, I see at the top a gap is white, that's good. Even better if it's green. So the bike rotates on the bump again now. Onto the pavement, got away with it. Looks like we were gaining some of that confidence about this lap, thankfully. 4:35 first split, that is definitely some confidence. Oh, that's similar to the second lap, time-wise. Because without the crash, we'd probably be right on that pace, so there we go, definitely back on it. There we go, remember to be narrow toward before McGuinness is now. Gap rising again. I said I'm not paying that much attention to it though. Well, it felt like we flew for that corner. All over the place through westward so far. Very wide, but we won the power nice and early. Did not get into the hedge, as always good. I wonder if we're fighting for the senior TT lead at the moment with Harrison. Well, he's going to be right up there. So if we're ahead of Harrison, there's a very good chance we're leading overall. We're going nicely through there. Oh no, the bump took us. We're still under 7 minutes to this point though. So cracking first sector. Or first third of the lap. That's with 2 crashes. So again, pace is still right there with the second lap. Just need to keep the crashes down for the rest of the lap. Oh god, turned way too much through the left. It's like I wanted to take speed, but I just wasn't comfortable doing it for some reason. So he just lifted and then turned way too much to the side there. There we go, we got our engine braking sorted. Little wheelie out of there. Got so many bumps there because you're going over a bridge. That's what you've got to be careful of around it. Like lots of bridges to go over. It's so easy to lose it. Man, that's so easy in fourth, that corner. I thought it'd just be a third gear corner, but now we're taking it in fourth. It's actually pretty comfortable. Go nicely through that section. Breaking a bit early into Schoolhouse corner, still went a bit wide. And brake way too much for Parliament Square. Getting pretty cautious through this section as Reedies comes out again for the crowd. For some reason Norton feels pretty good around the hairpin compared to most bikes. Even the BMW, which is much more nimble than this thing. For some reason, never felt as comfortable going through there on the BMW as I do on the Norton through that hairpin. Strange paradox. With the Norton being, you know, quite big and beefy. And the BMW being much more nimble. Oh, that's flat. Why am I lifting? Okay, that time was a bit too cautious for you, Joeys. At least we're getting the line right. Remember, that's something we're getting wrong all the time in the Superbike. DT. Let's go for Guthrie's Moyle. That's out again in the countryside. It's a great sounding bike, isn't it? Bit too cautious for the mountain box, maybe that. That's much better for that right. Bit wide for the right that follows, but still upright. Oh god, wide. Go away with it. Oh, what? The landmine. I thought he avoided it. Oh my god, we got the gap up to like 40 seconds for like the first time as well. Third crash this, that. God damn it, we found a pretty nice rhythm as well after those early crashes on this lap. I mean, not our quickest, but we're keeping it upright and just a pretty nice flow. Still under 14 minutes up to this point though, that's not bad. So aiming for 6.5 minute lap, I think. Even with the falls. Oh, the bike actually stopped there. Oh, it's a bit warmer through here now. In the previous lap where we had all shadow. No wonder the Norton likes it this lap then. Stop making noise at me as well, Norton. Go past Kate's cottage. Oh, that was the perfect lift there. Nicely wide for the right hander. Also going to get close to the crowd, you know. And 15 minutes to this point as well, pretty good. Pretty good going. So you don't want to go wide in the middle of that corner, but on the exit you can just about get away with going over the bumps. So a bit wide through Hillberry. again, flew over the bumps. Didn't really feel them again. Bit wide through signpost. Nice through Bedstead. Oh, hello. Calm it, bike. Calm it. I know pit stop's coming. Don't get too excited. As we have another break sponsored by Coke Zero. Left hand's not really hurting either. It's kind of aching by this point in Superbike TT, so good signs on this fourth lap. Much better that. Oh, it's getting a bit dry as well. Remember to click on the game this time so we can actually exit the pits. So there we go, final pit stop done. Just 2 laps to go here in the senior TT. We're in the hunt. And we got a 45.8 second lead. At least in our split. Oh, whoa, 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 bike. Stop it. Keeping it upright though. Oh no! What was that bump? I do not remember that bump. I haven't known Quarter Bridge to be so hard. Crashes I've had, was it 3 previous lap, 5 the lap before, so 8 in that stint with the 5 on the first stint, so 13 in total, which is so much lower than I normally have. I know it's still double figures, but that's pretty nice. I noticed I play with manual gears, so when I was talking about changing down a gear a bit too early with the engine braking, that's why, because I was changing way too early instead of braking then changing down the gear. Pretty good first split despite the fall. I know it's 14 falls now, isn't it? So we already had a fall this lap. That's why I love playing with manual gears as well. Like, sometimes automatically you can't get an engine braking help. Just gives you a bit more control over what you can do with the bike or car. Just went over end, no? And anything to help you stay control of these beasts, you need. Gap down a couple of seconds. That was the same the previous lap though as well, wasn't it? So don't mind that too much. Well, it seems like out of the pits they're pretty good. Despite us not being a big fan of that previous stint, we still increased the gap from around 30 seconds up to around 50, so still good gains. As long as we're making gains, it's always good. Oh, that's the best we've ever done that in this race. That was so smooth. Oh, we're getting the green. We're getting the small greens. Shows how big the gap is. 46. It's actually come down, hasn't it? A couple of seconds since that so far. Oh, that's a bit sloppy. When I powered too early there. I went all the way down to 4th as well, which I don't normally do in that section. Or this section. Let's go past Sarah's cottage. Just burp it up. There we go, Gat's back up to 50. Normal service resumed, it's all okay. Oh my... Didn't lift as much over that bump. That's our second crash, so we're up to 15 now, I think. Crashes. As long as we keep it under 20 this race, we've got a great chance of winning. So that's the goal. Oh god, breaking a bit later into that corner, it did not work out. Go through McGuinness's. Wide through Bargarrow. Oh, hit the pavement. Second time we've done that this race. No wonder the gap's coming down. Again, don't concentrate on that. God damn it. Only concentrate on what you can control. Always good advice. That's probably my biggest weakness as a rider or driver in these games. It is that I do concentrate on lots of other things as well, rather than just the riding or driving. What we're doing at the moment. Oh my god. Bike. No. I lost that over the jump. I carried too much speed. Oh my god, what is going on? Well, that's 5 crashes this lap already. This is a down period. The lowest point. I thought it was lap 3, but it was lap 5. Normally the last stint of races were damn good, but we're shocking in the Superbike TT on the final lap, and we're shocking on lap 5 here. The senior TT. Oh my god, 8:21, that's poor. Normally it costs like a minute in a pit stop, so that's 7:20. So we're, what, 20 seconds down of where we should be up to that point. Remember the jump after this corner. There we go. Now that we made a big thing of that, we keep remembering it now. Oh my god, gap under 30 seconds. They've like halved it. Have they virtually this that? Was it 48? know, come in. As and rarely makes a mistake, we rarely don't. So, it's going to be close right to the end. We can't afford to have a mare on the final lap like we did in the Superbike TT. We almost actually lost the Superbike TT. Only won it by like 20 odd seconds. But for a normal, it would have been more couple like 40 odd seconds. We would have doubled the gap. They seem to be getting on it again. Remember all the bumps around it. Turned in too early. Oh, hit the pavement, got away with it. What a lucky escape from this senior TT. Got back over 30 seconds. Making time in this section. Unbelievable. I mean, we're also keeping it upright for once on this lap, so that's maybe why as well. That's better through Parliament Square. Right on the edge of how we like to break through there. That's better through there, more aggressive. Through that right. And then we were a bit too tight on the line going into the left afterwards. Thanks to the wheelie. Bit wide through the waterworks. Once again, that little bump there on the exit when you keep putting the power down. Which is costing us a little bit of traction there. Got a bike going wide in all the slow corners now. Go easy flat through that right. That was pretty close to the wall. Never really noticed that wall before, that maybe that's because we never get that close to it. That's the right through Joey's. Bit more aggressive on that occasion. Oh, wide, wide, wide. There's a freaking bump again. I've probably never experienced into Mountain Mile for a long time. But it's our worst lap crash-wise, 6 now. Over our limit that we normally have for a lap as well. Not been a good one. I don't know what it's been about the laps coming out of the pits, but it's just not been good on the Norton this race. And it's probably our best laps in the Superbike TT. Strangely. I'm not sure if that's dynamic nature as well for these senior TTs. The temperature's just a bit cooler. Oh my god, what are you doing, bike? You have no right being near to that left-hand pavement. Right, time to just concentrate now. Oh, bike's making noise at us again. Stop it. See no confidence on the exit now through the bungalow after those 2 crashes over the landmines. Good confidence into Brady Well though. Or Brandy Well. Keep forgetting there's an N in there for some reason. A bit early into windy corner of the bumps. 15.29. Now we're at least 30 seconds back from where we should be, that time wise. What's that? I got away with that one. That was, did not like that lift. Looking a bit earlier into the corner, seems to have worked well. Like just before a bump there as well. We've been in this last set, so we can build the lead back up slightly. And a bit wide through Hillberry. Good aggression into signpost. Get back up over 30 seconds. Through the nook for the penultimate time. Final lap about to begin. And after being painstaking for most of the run, particularly in the first stint, so I get a bit tense heading on to the final lap here, the senior TT. As we get going. 17.49, incredibly poor that. There's lifting early and often in this first section. Don't want what happened on that 4 to happen. Was it that 4? Do that? So the race is already a blur for me. Ooh, survived the bumps on this occasion. Bike was thinking about it though. As we exit Quarter Bridge for the final time. Got 37.7. So we actually only lost around 10 seconds that previous lap. That's not bad. Considering how poor it was. We'll take that. Go through Union Mills. We achieved the dream as well. Minute 17.6. That's how you begin at that. It's been awesome first split. And we go a bit wide for the next right-hander. Keep your eyes on the road, Stone. Oh no, not Stone, am I? That's only MotoGP. I get confused. I was on the road, Alan. Mega lift. Let's see if we even got off the ground then. Gap over 40 seconds. Shows how good that first split was. Oh my god, 221. Almost under 220 for the first split. Mighty Norton coming to players. No, that traffic. Get out of the way. Oh, you idiot. You like he slowed down and then just stayed at that speed. God's sake, there goes the dream. We just caught that traffic at a poor place. Oh my god, now the bike won't turn. Well, at least we've got a gap to that traffic now. Hopefully we catch them on the concrete body straight now. That gap. Oh man, that was such an awesome start to that. That's just like the worst place to catch that traffic, unfortunately. I was about to say it's one line through there, but that's the same for most of the circuit. Ooh, got away with it. Oh, we're going to catch him here. Come on. Just pull over. Doing everyone harm by being that slow around there. What the hell? Oh my god, now the bike's just going wide again. What is with it? Has this rider got like a force field around him? That's the third time we've crashed when we're near them. And now we've lost 15 seconds because of it. At least. Oh god's sake, now we're going to catch him through. Let's get out of the way, god damn it. Oh my god, yeah, just brake in the middle of a flat out corner. That's even more wonderful. Okay, at least we're clear of them now. But man, it's led to 3 crashes and 20 seconds lost. I hope they can just hold up the rider behind as much, which I believe is Harrison. And we're still under 5 minutes to this point, but man, it could have been around a 4:30. It's always next season. Oh, that's good through that. That's when we've done it that well. Who you see in this race? That's better through McGuinness. Has actually got the line here. Gap down to 24.3. It did cost us around 20 seconds. We go through Bar Garrow. I did tap the brake slightly through that. Definitely not through there though. Go, good speed out of Westwood. Nicely through, I forget the corner, the name of that corner, it's something Douglas Corner. I don't know why they don't have that come up. I noticed I have a couple places in 2 compared to 1, like a couple of places don't have corner names covering up. Yeah, don't carry so much speed over this time. There we go. See, learn from your mistakes. bit wide. I was about to go past Alpine Cottage. Oh, it's that bump again which called us out. Was it that free, wasn't it? 7:10. Not the best up to this split, but now we're clear of that rider. Hope we're making up that 20 seconds back. And I said, hopefully you can maybe slow down the riders behind slightly too. There's a jump here. There we go. Gap back up to 30 seconds already. I wonder if that's what's happened in the Superbike race actually. Someone got, whoever was second behind us, Jessup, got caught behind that traffic maybe. Because they don't seem to be as good at dealing with that traffic as we are, but I think they might be in this race with the way we handled that back marker. As into warp speed for the final time. Solby Bridge. Taking the very wide line this station. Just want to be extra cautious on this final lap. Through Ginger Hall. Remember, it used to be a fearsome corner for me, especially on the super sport bikes. But there's Norton, really is nothing. Got a good line through there as well, like much better line than we had in the BMW last season. Under 9 minutes to this point, so we're still doing decent. And a slight lift through here. A major lift. That turned in too early. Flow into the left-hander. Nicely done. See, maybe I would just GPS my way to the end. I'll be pretty good. Just talk myself through it all. There's some more bumps there. 33.6 the gap. That's for this section which we've nailed for the most part. That's one of the best times we've gone through Schoolhouse Corner, and in the exit did not like it. It's into Parliament Square, around halfway through the lap. I always say it's a halfway mark, it's actually just after, isn't it? Don't voice. But it feels like the natural middle point of the lap. At least to me. Because he just experienced some fast country roads. Going back to kind of populated areas and then back into the countryside again. Oh, that's better through waterworks. Why haven't we had that confidence through there of this race? There we go, we avoided a little lift when getting the power on the exit through there as well. That's nice through the gooseneck. What the fuck was that? Oh my god, was that geese or something? Did anyone see that? I have no idea what that was. That's alright through Joey's. So we've got a bit more confident through Joey's, but still lots of work to do to be quick through there. Bit wide through Guffer's Memorial. Very tight there. Oh no, he did not like it in Mountain Mole. So overall limit of crashes for this final split, we're up to 11 now for this lap, 7 on the previous. We know we're near hitting double figures in the previous couple of stints. We've actually got worse as the race has gone. Normally it's the opposite direction, but was it 5 crashed in the first split, 8 in the second, now 11 in this final one. Didn't quite get it under 20. Disappointingly. There we go, a bit more cautious through there than the previous lap. Not the best we've been through there, but at least we avoided that middle bump again. Well, these corners seem to be mirroring themselves for me now. So we can take a bit more speed here through the bungalow. Before we get into the straight downhill part, then we have to brake a bit. And then we get all shoddy on the brakes. That part not normally included. Gap over 35 seconds. Looking very good for the Norton once again. Going to Jukes. Oh, that's the best we've taken Jukes all race long. 14:08. So we're around 20 seconds down on our best up to that point, which with 4 crashes probably makes sense. So pace-wise been very good this final lap. Just been staying upright, which I have no idea why we crashed there. I was not near that, I swear. So that means on these final 2 laps we've doubled the crash we had on the first 4 laps. They're up to 26 now. Normally you try and keep it under... Oh no, it isn't. It's 25. Is it? Can't remember. It's been too many, once again. Still under the 30 mark though. It's not as good as last season actually. I think we were around 25 for crashes on the BMW, but we've been much quicker. Much quicker. There's a chance we can finish in 101 minutes at the moment. Which would be maybe top 5. I think we're on for at the moment. I'm not sure about the victory now, with all the crashes we've had. We'll have to see. But again, we are ahead of Harrison, so you never know. We might have slowed it down this year. A bit wide. 35.6 to gap. Less than a minute to finish the race, which I think we will do actually. Let's go over the bridge. We definitely will do. We will finish the 101 minute mark. There is a chance. We're a bit wide in the final corner. So around a minute and a half quicker at least than we were in the Superbike TT. Oh, let's believe. Come on. Winning time was around 101 minutes 20 seconds though. I think we might be 20 seconds back. Let's see. There's Harrison. Harrison's going to go past our time. Average speed 133.6, so it's still not quite on Hickman's level as... Oh my god! That's a win! 44 seconds quicker than the Suitor. We've done the double. We've done the double. Harrison wasn't even second, he was third. What? We've got Hiller around out top 5 behind Ravenshaw. And Caldwell, Beananti, Todd, Kevin Graham in the top 10, much better than he was in the Superbike TT. 4 minutes quicker. McGuinness rounds out the top 10 and is Norton with 2 minutes 11 seconds quicker than the Master. You got Bruce, Cummins, Hickman down in 15th. Don up in 17th. Gita rounds out the top 20. Cameron Donald, Jessup with another poor result. And the TT down in 25th. Benetti. French. Leicester. Johnson. 37th. Got Frenchman out top 40. Higgins the top 50. It's looking further down. Michael Stone in 58th. Howard King in 60th. Honatard in 66th. And in 67th last, Simon Wilson. I'm a bit shocked. I thought we were back after all those crashes on the last stint. But the owner rider into 101 minutes this time. So we're actually still around 20 seconds slower than the winning time last season. But we'll take it. We'll definitely take it. Can't believe we've won the 3 main TTs. We just got the junior TT to win. Then we've got them all. At least what you can get. I wish I still had the sidecars. Could have gone for that. Wow, okay. I'm trying to find good replay to find, which I think will be that final lap. But wow. Let's relax, let's enjoy at least this very fast beginning to the lap. Okay, so when we catch that rider, that's where I get the thumbnail, but man. Oh my god, how close we're to the wall! I know the replays are perhaps not as good as the first TT on the man, but at least round You know, the TT circuit. Still pretty nice. God, we were flying at this point. The mighty Norton once again came to play and no one matched it. Yes, there we go then. So we're catching up to that rider now. We just caught them at a really bad point. Like over this bridge. Because we were committed to the corner and then... No, they're not accelerating. It's all on. It's going to be tasty. Can maybe do that. So there you go. You can see the magic of the thumbnail once again. So there we go. That is thumbnail done. That is the TT done. Can't believe Harrison was that far behind on the old Kawasaki. I thought it would be in 101 minutes as well. Like the suit is always quick. And I can't really ride the suit, it feels like, in 2 as well as 1. Like 1 it was just, you know, a traction machine. But in this it's so much lighter they've done with the weight. So they maybe stop making it overpowered, and yeah, you just need weight, short shifting, lots more caution. Even more caution than a Norton to ride it, if I remember from that first time he did. So Kevin Graham, Cameron Donald. As it was Jeff Smith in the way. Almost caught up to Fergus as well to lap them. Yeah, that is the senior TT. Done and dusted. Do we get any perk points back? No, of course not. 40,000 quid though for winning, that's not bad. Plus 8 on reputation. So we normally get 1 or 2 for a win, so that is a pretty big leap. And that will be season done. I always knew the day would come. You have officially beaten my record for fastest lap in the TT. I always wanted to congratulate you. You don't achieve such feats by putting out. It's clear that you've got racing in your blood. Thank you, Peter Hickman. We would like to name you the winner of the senior TT. There it is, official. Congrats on behalf of the entire team. And of course, there's a new challenge in the Irish Challenge Zone, which we'll definitely check out one of these days once again. But there it is. Almost 2 minutes quicker in the senior TT. A minute 37. A minute 36 and a half quicker. Is it? Yeah, a minute 36 and a half quicker we were. That's some improvement. It was like last season on the BMW as well. We did it in 105 minutes in the Superbike TT and then 103 minutes in the Senior TT. But man, we've stepped it up once again. Love you, Norton. Maybe not so much in real life with how the company's gone down, unfortunately, but man, definitely reduced the beast in the TT. So you got this far into the video, you get to see we'll be riding next season. So let's end the season. We won't go for the Super Sport TT. We'll do it again next season, but with all 3. We try and win back the Super Sport TT title and retain the Superbike and Senior TT next season. As new top of the line bike parts now available in the shop, guarantee to boost your chance of winning. So it seems like if you win the TT, will that unlock all the parts? Because we've won virtually all the TTs. You put in some stunning performance this year. Well done. We hope you'll continue to impress us next year. Well, give us a good offer then. Which definitely is the objectives we want though, as well. Like finish within 150% of the win time in Junior TT, 100% of win time in a TT race and win a Tours Trophy race, which if we win the Junior TT we get all 3 like we should have done the past season. But what else is there to choose from? So we've got MD Racing with their Yamaha Super Sport. Get out of here. Get out of here. Another Yamaha Supersport. BMW Superbike, but the 2019 version. And he's got the same objectives. That's an interesting proposition, actually. Because even though the 2019 bike doesn't have that flat-out speed, it handles much better. The older BMW, which will be handy around the Irish Championship circuit. Oh, not the suit. Get out of here. Why is he giving us Kawasaki parts as well for the Suto Superbike? They just give us money or reputation. Then we've got the old BMW, which we've already ridden. And then we've got the old BMW again. So that's win the Irish Championship. But this BMW contract from Speed Motor is finish top 3 in races. Do we even do 12 races during the season? I think we only do like 11, don't we? Oh no, we do around 12. We'll count soon. And then we've got the old BMW again. And then we've got the Honda Supersport and Superbike. Now we need to choose a contract with a Supersport bike so we can enter the Junior TT. 2019 Honda. Is that what we rode the past season? I've already forgotten stuff. Man. I also got the Yamaha Supersport. So I was dismissed that at the beginning, but if we do this Supersport bike... But I don't know how good the Yamaha Supersport is. I know the Honda Supersport bike is pretty good, just underpowered. But I'm not sure about the Yamaha. Should we just sign the works contract with Honda Racing? That's top 3. Or do we stick with our current contract? Might be best to do that, actually. Or we could finish without, or season without a contract. Which I might do after we win the Junior TT. So win the hardcore season, we'll probably do that. Season without contract. Oh yeah, we've got to win the Irish Championship as well. Yeah, I think I might stick with the current contract, actually. Of course, we are used to the Superbike now. Or shall we try out the 2019 Honda? That's actually a Honda Racing contract as well. Let's be a works wider, shall we? Probably going to regret it now, aren't I? No, we do not want hardcore mode. Get out of here. So yeah, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh god, we do actually lots more races. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I know. 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we do like 18 races a season. Oh, we do way more than 12 then. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Senior TT. A new season upon us as we're a Honda's Works rider now. And the main objective, of course, is to win the Junior TT. Get that finally crossed off. But also to win the Irish Championship. Those are the only 2 things we need to win now. So hopefully you'll be back next time for us to do that. And of course I will see you with the beginning of the season next time. A shakedown on the Honda, and then we do the Summer Cup, first race of the Irish Championship, and then after that it will be the Junior TT. So thanks for watching. Thank you for all of those who have stuck by, come by, commented, liked, subscribed, all the things, and have stuck around to even to the end. If you watched all of this, you're a mad person, and thank you very much. So I will see you next time for some MotoGP tomorrow.